This is why some people will never apologize. And let's talk about something people don't want to admit. See, some people will lose relationships, destroy trust, create chaos, spread lies, damage hearts, and still won't apologize. And it's not because they don't know they were wrong. Let's be real. It's because apologizing will require them to confront the version of themselves they keep hiding from, right? Because a lot of people lie to themselves. See, an apology, what it actually does is it sounds simple to mature people, but to prideful people, an apology feels like death. Because some people built their entire identity around always being the victim, always being right, always being justified. So the moment accountability enters the room, their ego starts fighting for survival. Let's talk about it. That's why some people will change the subject, bring up old stuff, gaslight you, avoid the conversation, disappear, act unbothered, or become defensive immediately. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And that's because accountability threatens the image they created of themselves. And let me say something. A lot of people don't apologize because they know an apology would expose intention. See, accidents are easier to apologize for. But when somebody knew exactly what they were doing, oh yeah, come on, y'all. That's harder. Because some people didn't mistakenly disrespect you. They calculated, like they planned it. They knew what they were doing to hurt you. They knew what they would do was going to hurt you. They knew excluding you would sting. They knew lying on your name would create damage. And they knew what they were doing the whole time. And when a person intentionally wounds you, apologizing becomes difficult because apologies force people to admit motive. And that's, they don't want to do that. That's why some folks would rather avoid you forever than simply say, I was wrong. See, you ever notice some people will watch your stories, like your posts, stay connected from a distance, but never actually reconcile, right? That's crazy behavior. And it's because guilt keeps people nearby, but pride keeps them silent. I'm going to say that one more time. Guilt keeps people nearby, but pride keeps people silent. And the scary part is some people become so committed to protecting their ego that they'll sacrifice genuine relationships just to avoid humility. You know what pride does? Pride will rather lose connection than lose control. That's why certain people can't apologize, because apologizing puts them beneath the moment. And pride hates lowering itself. And hear me carefully. Some people aren't avoiding an apology because they forgot what they did. They're avoiding you because your presence reminds them of what they became. See, you represent conviction to them now. That's why some people get irritated just seeing you win, seeing you smile, seeing you heal, seeing you move on, because your peace exposes what their pride refuses to fix. And let's go a little bit deeper since we're already out here. Some people were raised in environments where accountability never existed, right? Nobody apologized in their household. Nobody communicated properly, right? Nobody took responsibility. Everything was blamed. Everything was yelling, manipulation. Everything was silence or emotional avoidance. So now they carry their dysfunction into adulthood. That's why they shut down during hard conversations. That's why they avoid vulnerability. That's why they struggle saying, I hurt you. I mishandled you. I was immature. They don't say those things. It's because emotionally immature people think accountability weakens them, when in reality, accountability is what heals relationship. And listen to me carefully. The inability to apologize reveals a deeper issue than just pride. It reveals emotional fragility, right? A lot of people are fragile because secure people can admit fault. Healed people can say, sorry. Mature people can self-reflect, but insecure people, they protect their image at all costs, no matter what. That's why some people will literally rewrite history before they admit they hurt you. They'll tell the story differently, remove details, twist events, gather allies, create narratives. And why do they do that? Because the truth threatens their self-perception. And let me help somebody tonight. Closure isn't always an apology. Sometimes closure is discernment. Sometimes closure is distance. Sometimes closure is God revealing who people really are. That's the apology. Because truthfully, everybody won't apologize. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Some people would die defending a lie. I had to say it. Some people will age without accountability. Some people will lose valuable people because pride became their God. And if you keep waiting on certain apologies, you'll keep yourself emotionally imprisoned to people who already chose ego over healing. At some point, you got to stop needing people to confess what heaven already revealed to you. Because sometimes the lack of apology is the answer. Y'all not hearing me. I said the lack of apology, that the fact that they didn't apologize, that's the answer. Their silence confirmed it. Their avoidance confirmed it. Their defensiveness confirmed it. And hear me carefully. Don't mistake guilt for repentance. Please don't. Some people feel bad, but still won't change. Some people miss access to you, but don't miss hurting you. Some people regret consequences, not behavior. That's why discernment matters. Because a real apology, it comes with ownership. It comes with humility. It comes with charge. It comes with correction. It comes with consistency. Not just tears. Not just words. Not just my bad. And one of the strongest things you can do in life is heal without the apology you deserve. Please hear me. Because your peace can't be dependent on somebody else's maturity. Some people may never say sorry, but God will still heal you. God will still vindicate you. God will still move you forward. And sometimes the greatest revenge isn't bitterness. It's becoming so healed that the lack of apology no longer has power over your life.